People are always talking to animals, but do the animals understand, and do they talk back? We took our cameras into the street to find out what animals say to people, and this is what happened.
You kidding? People talk to their pets? I think it's pretty silly.
I have 9 fish in my aquarium. I have a big 40-gallon tank. And every day when I come home, I say, hi, how are you? And they come swimming right up in front of me, and they look me straight in the eye, and I could swear they're telling me exactly how things are in that tank.
Well, my cat and I are very close, and I'm a bachelor, so if I bring a lady over and he approves, then we get along fine. If he doesn't approve, then usually the lady doesn't come over again. I take his word for things.
With us today is a woman who says your animals do have plenty to say and that you should take their word for things. Ladies and gentlemen, Beatrice Lydecker. How do you communicate with animals, Beatrice?
It's non-verbally. I can walk up to any animal anywhere. And in fact, I just got back from 4 months while traveling to 31 states, meeting animals all over the United States and getting material ready for another book. And I see in my mind what they see, and I feel vicariously what they experience. For example, I just talked to the mules at the Grand Canyon. They told me they loved their life, and the only thing they complained about was the fat women that squirmed in the saddle all the way down the hill. It was really neat. It was really neat.
Now, we've set up a little experiment here. Now, I brought my dog Peaches, and before the show, you asked me to give you some questions, so I made up 10 or 11 questions.
10 or 11.
Of things that I've always wanted to ask my Peaches, who is an English bulldog, by the way, if anybody's wondering what she is. Now, Beatrice spent 10 minutes with Peach, and then she got the answers, and she's going to tell me right now. So why don't... But before you do it, I want to assure the audience that I and no one on my staff told Beatrice anything about Peaches. She had never met Peaches before until she spent 10 minutes in the room with her.
You asked me about Broderick, and she immediately showed me a picture of another one just like her. But she said, you asked me how she felt it. This dog's got personality. She said, he's really kind of slow and a little dumb, but I love him.
He is. That's my older male bulldog. He's real slow. She likes to play, and he doesn't want to do much. And that's right. Is that what she said?
Yeah, but she adores him.
Dumb, huh?
She adores him. You asked her about dog shows. She said, well, I like going when you come, but I don't like going with the handler.
Oh, really?
She said, and there's 2 cars that she likes riding in, and she said there's one that's a station wagon that's very comfortable because I can stretch out.
Yeah.
And then there's a dark-colored sedan. She said that one's a lot cooler. Now I'm seeing a seat and dark color because all I see is what's on her side. And she said that one's a lot cooler, but I like to stretch out and the thing. And I hate the crate.
She hates the crate.
Yes. She hates the crate. And what's her favorite recreation?
Yeah.
She said, I like it when they're in swimming, and I love it when she throws the water up at me.
Oh.
And I love to run around the pool, but I don't want to go in it.
Yes. Good
and
for you,
she says,
Peachy.
how does she feel about your husband, Daryl? She said, well, the other dog really belongs to him, and that's okay. I'm her dog, and I love him anyway.
That's really cute, because I've got to tell you, I told Daryl I was going to have you find out from Peaches how she felt about him, and he spent 5 minutes petting her this morning. He was afraid of what she was going to say.
And she said, I don't mind going to the vet. He's really nice to me. She said, I wish you'd quit worrying about it all the time, though.
Oh, that's great. Okay, now we've got another dog for you. Now, Ira Newborn, our musical director, has brought his dog, Bertram. Now, you can do the same thing for Bertram. He spent 10 minutes with Bertram.
He's a
Yes, we all have met Bertram. Now, I would tell you, first of all, that Ira is kind of crazy himself. He has a foot fetish and all of that. So I'm wondering what his dog is like. And here comes Ira and his dog, Bertram. And goodbye, Peaches. There you go, little Peach. Go with John. Goodbye, darling. Sit.
He wants to know why. He wants to know why Bertram won't quit attacking. Why he won't quit attacking his company. Bertram says, I don't have to. He doesn't make me. He can't make me. He says, I do what I want to do.
So Ira says Ira can't handle him, so Bertram just does what he feels like doing.
And then he says, why does he want to sleep on my bed? The dog says, well, it's the most comfortable place in the house. He said, I get up there and I squirm around, push him over. He always gives me room, so why not sleep there?
Yes, baby. Sit down, you monster.
He said,
Thank you.
what about his yard? He said, I like the yard where, now they don't talk in terms of time, so I have no idea where this is. But he said, I had a wall that I could hear people on the other side. And he said, I wore a trail around that wall, and I loved that yard. It was cool. He said, now I feel like I'm mostly on cement, and it's kind of hot, and it's a little cramped.
I'll sell my house. Anything you want.
Was that a yard where you used to live or something?
Yeah.
The one with the wall?
Yeah.
Because he really liked that.
I liked it, too.
Vines and stuff on it. He said, when I go out, I'd love to go to someplace, and this picture that he shows me looks a lot like Griffith Park. But he says, I chase squirrels and I won't come back, so he gets mad at me and he won't take me there anymore.
He won't come back.
That's right. And then he says about the boxing, he said he wanted you to know he said, this blew my mind because every dog loves to have the owner fool around with him and knock him around, you know. He said, he gets too rough. Ira gets too rough. And he said, but he wants you to know that he's sorry he knocked you over and hurt your back that day.
You'll pay for it.
This dog, somebody asked me about the trumpet playing. This dog, I'm telling you, he reminds me of the cartoon. When I showed him the picture of Ira playing the trumpet, it was this, you know, I could just see him doing.
You play the trumpet, Ira?
Only for him.
Only for him. You can forget it. Thank you so much, Bertram, for being with us, Ira. And thank you so much, Beatrice Lydecker. And maybe we should all start listening to our dogs more closely. You never know what they have to say. Thanks, Beatrice, for being with us.
Coming up, Toni in concert.